everyone, hope you guys are doing well. It's been a while since I made the video, so as they say, I'm back in the business. So in this video, I'll be talking about your lab report, which is due on December 11th at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so I have checked your lab reports. You guys got the grades, but as you know, this was not an actual grade. It was a feedback. But in this one, this is going to be your actual grade for 20%. So please be careful. Now I'm going to go into how do I do my grading. So you guys have seen my sample report. So please check it out and take this as an example, and then you can write your own. So in this one, we have in the lab report, we have introduction, materials, procedures, results, discussion, conclusion, and references. So introduction got to be minimum 300 words. You need to talk about the background, its significance and relation to the real life, scientific data, and then you need to also cite, reference, put a reference, whatever you take the information from. For example, you said let's say we took this part of introduction section from somewhere. We put in the brackets 1, and we go into references. We say that we took it from book X, or you could say, for example, www something k.com, for example. Okay, so you write these resources, but there's one thing: you cannot copy and paste any information. You can use it, but you need to paraphrase. Paraphrase means you need to use your own words to write it. If you take it from other student, both of the students will get a deduction. Okay, so please don't do this. Okay, and do not copy and paste from any source from internet. Okay, you can't do this. You can use a source, like let's say you got an idea from Wikipedia, but you will write it using your own words as I stated in here. Okay, and then we go into the material section. So material section, no bullet point or list. Okay, it must be written in an essay format. I put a picture in the Blackboard. You can find that, and you can upload the picture and put a numbers on that. For example, any equipment, you put a number 1, and the other equipment you put a number 2, using different applications, and underneath you can write whatever that numbers are corresponding. For example, 1 is what, iron or something like that. Okay, so you need to fill it out. Your procedure: you need to write down everything that we did step by step. Okay, but you cannot use we, our. Okay, we did this, our team did this. You cannot do this. You need to say that this, for example, has been done. You need to speak from a third person perspective. Okay, passive. You need to talk in passive. You need to say this has been done by the group, or this has been performed. Okay, you need to use this idea. Your results and discussion. Okay, your results and discussion, you need to present your results, to talk about them. And in introduction, I forgot to mention, you need to also talk about your objectives, which is your aim, which will be included in introduction. And then you talk about your hypothesis, like your predictions. You say, like, if we do this, this will happen. And you need to make prediction. You can use Google. You need to research your sources and say that, okay, I predict this way, but we'll see if whatever the results are. Okay, so you make hypothesis in introduction section, and then in results and discussion, you will talk about your hypothesis, whether it was right or wrong. Okay, And then you answer all of the questions for discussion and result interpretation are provided in experiment guideline. In conclusion, you don't have to be too long. You need to wrap everything up. Okay, and references, you need to write down all of your references. For example, in the body, whatever reference you use, just put 1 or 2 in the brackets, and then in the bottom you write whatever the source you got it from. Okay, now I go into the breakdown. So as you can see, the 20% is for introduction, and then we got 5% for material, 10% for procedure, discussion 50, 10, and 5. And you can see here how is my points are breaking down. For example, I say in materials section, materials is complete. You will get somewhere between 90 to 100. Material list is missing one element. You will get 70 to 80. Material list is incomplete. You will get somewhere to 50 to 60. Material list is missing. You will get from 0 to 50. Okay, this is the range, and this is going to be included in all the sections. So please take a look at this. And then now we go into our lab, the one that we had. So we did the periodicity lab in this case. So we investigate the properties of several elements on the periodic table, classifies them as nonmetals, metals, and metalloids. Okay, so you need to fill this out. You have to fill this out before you come to the lab, because using this idea you can write down your introduction and hypothesis section. But in material section, we have all the stuff in here. Okay, I told you I have a picture on the blackboard. You can use it too. Okay, we had the conductivity station, malleability, reactivity. You know that we use the hammer in this case for the malleability. And then conductivity, we had a machine with 2 wires. Okay, and the observation, we just checked how it looked like, and you had to fill the table. The procedure is going like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need to remember everything we have done, but everything needs to be written in essay form. You cannot use no bullet, no lists. Okay, you can't do this. Everything gotta be as an essay form. So check out my sample report. Everything will be clear there. Okay, and then now we also did this check. We had the reaction, and we were checking whether the hydrogen was coming out. If the hydrogen was coming out, there was a pop coming in the reaction. So you needed to fill in here, for example, aluminum shiny gray metal. Shiny gray, conductive, yes. Malleability, yes. Reactivity, yes, because we had a pop. And then metal or non-metal, you need to check this out depending this criteria. Also, you can Google in here and then fill this whether it was a metal or no. Okay? And then in analysis section, you need to answer this following questions. Now I'm going to kind of give you a hint in here. So it's saying, where are the metals that are used in this experiment located on periodic table? So go into periodic table, find out the group number, which is the columns on your periodic table, and then find the period number. Period is the horizontal one. So locate them on periodic table, saying like second group, second period, third group, okay? And then you will find the X element. So write those down. Where are the non-metals are used in this experiment? So check out our PPT and find out which of these are non-metals and where they are located. You can Google all of this stuff, okay? So this stuff can be Googled. Using periodic table, indicate if metallic characteristic of used elements in this experiment seem to increase from top to bottom or bottom to top. So again, you need to research. Also, you need to look at these elements and look at them on periodic table and say to yourself, okay, in my analysis, this, for example, aluminum is metallic and it is located here, or zinc is metallic, it is located here. So you need to talk all of this stuff in your results and discussion. And then you say, put the given elements in increasing order of their metallic characteristics. So As I say, so using your results and using your research, like you can Google again, your results and Google, you can answer all of these questions in your results and discussion. So results and discussion, as I showed in here, it is 50%. So you really need to write a proper result and discussion. If you don't write a good results and discussion, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to give you a good grade. Okay, so you need to answer all of these questions in your report. A proper essay needs to be written. And then evaluation and discussion. Write down reactions of each element with hydrochloric acid. So hydrochloric acid. So you guys remember which one was plus, which one was negative. For example, carbon, we know that it didn't react. So you write in here carbon plus hydrochloric acid and then no reaction. But we had aluminum with hydrochloric acid. So you can Google this stuff and you will see that aluminum chloride and hydrogen gas will come out. Okay, this is going to be your reaction. And when you used lighted splint, and it will give the pop in here. Okay, because of the hydrogen gas coming out. So you need to write down all of the reactions with these elements. For this one, you can use the hydrochloric acid reaction. Check this column in here. Also, you can Google as well. This is again your research. You need to find out these results. Explain the products of reaction above using electronic valency of elements. So valency method, you need to figure out. For example, aluminium has a valency of 3 and chlorine has a valency of 1. That's why the product of aluminum chloride is aluminium chlor 3. 3 comes here and 1 comes here. So it becomes aluminium chlor 3. Okay? That's why the product is made like this. So using this thing, you need to use it for other elements. Now the third one, explain metallic characteristic of elements using electronic configuration, periodic table, and laws. So metallic characteristics, you need to know, for example, we know that metallic characteristics, some of the stuff is given in periodic table. So you need to talk about this stuff. We know that metals have a low electronegativity. And we also know that electronegativity increases as you go up and you go right. So you locate all of your metals, for example, X, Y elements, and you would say, oh, this one is higher electronegative, this one is lower electronegative. So you will discuss all of this stuff regarding these elements. You need to discuss everything about this in your lab report. So if you guys have any questions on Thursday, you can come and see me in my office hours. It'll be Thursday office hour E408. It'll be at 15:30. You can come to my office hour and I can answer all of your questions. I hope you guys good luck. I know that you guys can do it. Have a good night.